Sup, chat? Welcome back to VO7. Feels like it's been a hot minute. I don't think I streamed at all this week. And I know it was a long weekend, at least for me. And I was out for the entire weekend, which is why I didn't stream on the weekend. But, like, damn, already halfway through the week. It's not that I didn't, get burnt down or anything. I don't know, I don't have an excuse. Anyway, last time we finished up East Side World. I forget which one, I'll be honest. I think it was the Sky World. Either way, we barely started on the Ice World, I think, because we only did 2 levels so far, which, you know, I always rose to VLDC 7, or not 7, but just VLDC as a whole, where ice levels aren't actually ice levels, and, like, so far we had a level that I don't think had ice physics, despite the name being called Winter Rap World. And then this level, which I know it's by Louis37, and, like, I respect him a lot, but this level is literally a desert level with frickin' made to look like it's made of ice. So anyway, let's just jump into it, because I'll be honest, I don't really like this sub-map world. I always say how, like, VLDC has amazing custom music, and it does, but this one, not my favorite. So up we go. We got Prism Peaks PP. You know, you gotta say it when I see it. By GeminiRage. That's a name I feel like I haven't seen in a while. 59th place. Alright, it's another classic music. Well, look at that background. Can I climb this? No, that is part of the... You might be wondering how I got into this situation when I just said that the flashing cliffs were were part of the background. Well, Prism Peaks by GeminiRage. This is 59th place. Make sure to jump over it. At least we got ice physics. Alright. Man, all of a sudden I'm paranoid. So I'm just like treading carefully. I mean, do you have to make it look like the frickin' same ground as what's it called? Like what I can stand on? Imagine if the main ground that I'm standing on was also flashing, because you could see these prisms are kind of flashing. There is something down there. Oh, but I'm not gonna die doing this. And it's nothing. Okay. Whoa! That didn't come out of nowhere. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I do like the aesthetics, but the reason why I'm bringing it up now is in past VLDCs there was also similar levels where oh gosh. My jump got eaten. There's so much going on that I can't even talk about what I want to. Anyway, there's like custom graphics like this where, you know, the main ground looks like the background or the background looks like the main ground. And it might be a personal peeve of mine, but I normally, what's it called? Not necessarily lower rank them, but, you know, aesthetics doesn't get, you know, a 10 out of 10. Alright, so now we got different colored ones. I'm still not going to assume that these yellow ones are I can stand on. No. I will admit that, you know, it's pretty cool that most of this level, albeit, you know, kind of copy and paste, but every platform of these are, you know, slants, so you can't exactly stand anywhere. Imagine if they were, you know, the steep ones. Oh, really? Okay. And I really wish I could see what's underneath me. I'm not gonna get that, yeah. I mean, yeah, look at some of these jumps, you know. That's... Guess who was about to say, that's not real. I can't believe I lived that. I felt my heart drop. Alright, hook me up, Felix. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, this level is starting to act spicy all of a sudden. But I will admit that now it's starting to look like copy and paste. You know, you have these Felix, you know, intermissions. You got, I don't know. It was spicy to begin with, but again, my biggest peeve is the fact that the background looked like the foreground or main ground or whatever you want to call it. So, despite, like, those are two pretty big problems. One of them, you know, is a personal thing with the whole, you know, background thing. It's not, I wouldn't say it's even a personal thing. I think it's a legit problem because if you were here for the earlier VLDCs, there were legit some levels that, you know, the background looked exactly like, not exactly, but looked very similar to the foreground, and I would constantly die not knowing, is this real, is this fake? So the second problem is, yeah, the gameplay felt a little repetitive, so despite the two pretty big problems, it was a pretty fun level. Yeah, good thing they were slopes, right? I kind of like that, personally. Also, speaking of, do we have any bingo card slots yet? Just, I don't want to stick around too much, because again, this music is not my cup of tea. Alright, doesn't look like it. Okay. Sure. Alright, ranking time. So yeah, the two pretty big problems, but I like the level anyways. But I don't know. Because the only spice was what? You know, slippery slopes, and that's really it. Also, I just realized, hold on. Is my mic really freaking loud? Because I think so. I need to look back at my stream a sec. Hold on. Test. It sounds like I'm really loud, right? It sounds like I'm really loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Again, I really wish I had a crowd to tell me otherwise, cause like I can't tell, dude. Test. I can't believe I'm doing this in the middle of a stream, but just please bear with me. This is so awkward. And it's also normal that you're hearing my echo. Okay, I think it's good. I'm gonna, like, you know, finish this, post it on YouTube as part 7. I think this is part 7, so lots of 7s to go around. And then find out that I completely screwed it and be like, fuck! Alright. So proper ranking time. Because when I saw on OBS, like, the bar's going all the way to the red, and that's like, okay, maybe that's a little too loud. I don't know, man. I'm kind of stressing a bit about it. Okay, Prison Peaks. So, yes, problems aside, kind of like the level, but it's kind of copy and paste. So because of that, I honestly think I'm going to put it down here. I think beside Gritty Desert makes sense. Yeah. I don't really see it being any higher. Because it's not necessarily because of, you know, the background. The biggest problem to me in this level is the repetitiveness of it. Because it was kind of, you know, jump on one, slippery slope, jump to the other. Occasional Felix intermissions where you jump over a big slope on a red paratrooper, and that was it. The only difference in the second half was bubbles, so I know I was kind of lenient on it at first, but thinking about it more, yeah, it's kind of a problem. So, aesthetics, I'm only going to give a 7 because of the background. Creativity, honestly, a 6 because of, again, kind of copy and paste. Consistency, I think a 10. On playability, this one I'll still give a 7.5. And then functionality, I don't know if the bubbles were auto-generated. I don't think so, because I didn't see any Goombas, so 10. So, it's not necessarily a bad level, but cliche Felix speaking, all the levels above it are better some way or another. Alright. Long walk to Frosty Freeze. I'm noticing a trend for VLDC 7 because I kind of like give each VLDC, you know, they have their main gimmick. And so far, VLDC 7 is, there's always a double first letter, right? You have Frosty Freeze, double F, you got Prism Peaks, PP, you got frickin' Brisk Baron, BB. If you noticed, actually, on the topic, each level so far has had that double letter. Except for this one, which is triple. You know, WWW, BB, PP, and finally FF. Are we gonna have it for every level in this world? And Frosty Freeze by Snowshoe, 39th place. Oh, underground. Alright, ice physics. That's one thing I gotta commend so far the ice world today. At least there's ice physics. Speaking of ranking, looking through it before I started stream today, I kind of wanted to change some rankings around already. Which I always say, oh, maybe I should wait until, you know, the finale, and then I tell myself, why wait? Just do it now. Oh, hello. Forest. With ice physics? No, this is like, okay, this is. Hold on. Do I actually have P balloon on this? I do. Wow, that's the first P balloon of VLDC 7. Impressive. Impressive stuff, dude. I was surprised because I remember midway, I remember being like switch blocks. Now I'm losing my train of thought. I remember making this bingo card because compared to VLDC 6, it changed quite a bit. I was thinking, do I add the P switch or P balloon bingo card? But then I thought, okay, mix, because I kind of wanted to make it. Also, where is it? Switch blocks. I wanted to make it so some slots were easy and some were a bit more difficult. Oh gosh, that hurt my chest. Some were a bit more difficult to get. So kind of like yesterday's episode, or yesterday. Swing platform. This level just has all the obscure ass gimmicks. We're just gonna fill out, get a bingo already. 2 to go, dude. So as I was saying, blind jump. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, there is something down here. Yeah, I got 14. Yeah, I got spooked. That would have filled out the death before exit. You know, I should have held the L. Also, that was a short level, wasn't it? Short, but action-packed for what it was, right? Now, is it really just... I gotta know for sure. Also, is it Snowshoe? Yes. I'm just going to speedrun and see if it's... Okay, 400 seconds. Let's just play through the level. Because... I don't know if it's just me, but I feel bad that a bunch of levels in VODC so far have felt short. And I kind of ranked them because they're short. And then I was thinking, is it a me problem? Is it me that's, speedrunning through all these levels? But no, I legit try to showcase what each level has to offer. So 65 in-game seconds, that is pretty... That, like, compared to Sunset Scare, which was probably my favorite short level so far, this was short, so I'm gonna rank it accordingly. Alright, the forest section made absolutely no sense. There was no ice, That's really all it got. When it comes to short levels, it's hard to come up with a lot of stuff. Like, the level was fun while it lasted, I guess I'll give it that, but it might have been because of the really close call at the end of the first time through, where I almost died just before the goalpost. That would have been pretty funny. But other than that, that was, like, the subsection skipped a lot of the level. You may have noticed me going to the left after getting to midway, because it's just a personal thing where I don't like when, you have a subsection, you exit, and then it puts you further in the level. Level-wise, that makes sense, but you saw how much it skipped when I went to the subsection for the Yoshi coin. It skipped quite a bit. Because from a level standpoint, yes, it makes sense. But from like a competition standpoint, I want to see what the whole level's all about, So yes, short level, again. Yeah, I mean, I said my saying, and that's really all I got. The other fun thing about this is, again, the bingo card. We filled out two in my opinion, very hard slots to fill out, and this level managed to do it in one level. That does not affect the ranking as much as I wanted to, by the way. So, I don't know, every time I see a short level, I just look at the other short levels and I think to myself, how does it compare? And this level doesn't really like, Stronger Than Dirt was more fun. These ones were absolutely more fun. So that's what I was kind of eyeing here, because I was thinking, where would it go around here? Honestly, probably down here. Because even though the level felt fun, it really didn't give anything to us. Even Prism Peaks felt more exciting. Yeah. I don't want to rank these low, but I'll be brutally honest, the Ice World has been pretty weak so far. Because what, you have, where did I put, I think the highest ranking level we have from this world is, okay, Briss Barrett got pretty high, but there was the WWW level. I don't even remember where I put it. Oh, it's down here. Yikes. Okay, so, see, this one I also ranked short but sweet. So why did I put it so low? I think because it was... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go play it right now. Let's go play it right now. Winter Rap World by Mikkel Numbers. So what I remember in this level is, well, you have frickin' blue. Like, blue. Blew up the butt. Oh, that's what I was saying, you know, maybe I'm going to... Also, I fucking love this music, by the way. Okay, so yeah, there's the midway. Yeah, to the right is just, you know, switch blocks. Okay, yeah, now I remember. This subsection was, you know, it has the auto-generated Lakitu. You could just speed run through it. And then, yeah, there's the end. So that level took 50 seconds. If you remember, also I just realized, you see that up here? There's a light blue pipe. Also, I know I said auto-generated Lakitu, but we already played that level in the previous episode, so I'm not gonna count it towards the bingo card. So that's what I mean, you know. Oh, excuse me. I did like Winter Rap World a bit more, so why did I rank it so low? I think because, again, it's short, but so is Frosty Freeze. So honestly speaking, maybe I should put it down here. Like, that's how the logic goes, right? Because, okay, so, fine. Back to basics. This level was pretty vanilla. It had some obscure stuff that I thought was cute. Subsection made no sense. They honestly should have left it out. And the level was icy. So, you know, I know it's not better than Stronger Than Dirt, because I remember liking that. And that's how I was looking here, because, okay, so, no, now what I'm going to compare to is gameplay-wise. This level was pretty fun gameplay-wise, but, again, no spice. So because of that, this are all better. Because of gameplay-wise. So now, we go down here, and I decide. I remember really dissing Gritty Desert because it was just switch blocks up the buttocks. But the level-wise was more fun still. So, okay. So I know at the beginning of all my saying I was comparing to Prism Peaks a little bit. Is it seriously down here? No, because it is pretty vanilla. And that's the point of the competition. Somewhere here. Another thing with Vanilla Deathkeep was it had a gimmick, it didn't really stick with it. I remember saying that. I'll put up Vanilla Deathkeep. I think this level, vanilla-wise, deserves to go up here, but no higher, so I'm gonna put short again. There's just a bunch of short levels in VLEC 7. Alright, so aesthetics. 7 again because of the subsection. Honestly, because of that 6.5. Creativity, I will put a 7.5 for the obscure stuff. Consistency, 9 because of the subsection. Gameplay-wise, sure. Maybe some people will like it more than... I'm not saying I hated it, which is why I'm really, fighting back and forth. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it top 10? Is it bottom 10? Who knows? Functionality, 10. Alright. I'm spending too much time on that. So let's just move on. I want to get at least... Oh my god! SS, chat. That's officially half of the ice world that has had double letter starters. I don't know what to call them, but that's what I'm calling them. So we got Shivery summoned by Harumi Makoto. I am sorry if I butchered that name. 54th place. Alright, ice physics? Nope. Random ass, Every time I see a small pipe like that... Oh, slow down. Already? Okay. Every time I see a small pipe like that, I'm like, Should I go small to see if I can go in there? That's not how it works, Felix. Actually, I take that back. There was, I think, a VLC 4 level where you had to be small to enter a pipe. And I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, there was slowdown. Oh god. Also, vertical section. We'll fill that out right away. Yeah, this looks pretty cool so far. The what's it called? The candles in the walls don't really make sense aesthetics-wise to me so far. I hope I don't need that springboard, by the way. This is looking a bit weird. Any secreters? Once again, I don't know the custom music. It sounds pretty nifty, though. That looks like cut off there, but I'm not gonna count it. I will count vertical section, though. I mean, I always say I'm not gonna go on my pretty long rant regarding vertical levels, but so far this, you know, there was one close call with the quote-unquote pseudo blind jump with the Felix, but other than that, this is, I do like me a good vertical level. I may have been biased towards some levels before. I don't know if I want to enter that yet. Really? Wait, really? I probably could have just small jumped it. Oh, I could leave. Oh, I know that song. Wait, what? I thought... What? By the way, that was purple for a second, if you noticed. Hello, Easter egg. I don't know what that is about. Yo, Yoshi coin. Kind of looks like a fox with big old ears and the midway. I'm really paranoid what I might have missed in the first section, which is why I will replay the level if I have to. It was probably just a Yoshi coin, but I'll still find out. Ooh, nice background. That's pretty, dude. Alright, back. Looks like we're scaling the same mountain summit, aren't we? Oh my god, it really is. Oh my god. Rope the frickin'... No, hold on. Is this not just the same so far? Uh-oh. I need... Okay. Why won't you just put it against the wall? That makes the most sense, doesn't it? This level is... I don't know what to make of it. Maybe I'm just, you know, getting brainwashed into thinking, yeah, all these levels, you know, have a problem. Like, dude, you... This has to be... I'm paranoid about myself. Am I overthinking it? Or is this real life right now? I don't... For the sake of the creator, I want to say no, because I actually really like this level. I think the aesthetics are beautiful. Okay. Imagine if I couldn't climb that. Ah! I assume we're almost done the level. Oh god, I put it in such a shitty spot. 40. Still no 50 yet. I don't know if I'm gonna add that as a bingo card or not, because I know some VLCs just, you know, if you get bonus stars like that, it just converts to like coins, right? There's no bonus game. Alright. If you were here about 2 episodes ago, we already did get a bingo card. Dude. Alright. There was something else I wanted to add. Vanilla music. Alright. I did say I was going to run it back. just to see what was in that corner. But as you saw, we had 4 out of the 5 Yoshi coins, so I assume we know what's going to be in there. Alright, I'm gonna, like, keep a mental note and see how this first section plays out. Because I'm not trying to be a hater at all, but that's just my freaking self-esteem talking where, you know, if there's a problem with, like, 5 levels in a row, is it a me problem, or is that just, you know, convenient enough that all the levels that I'm playing so far have had a problem in some sort or another? So I will say that the foundation looks similar, but I think they changed it enough, which I'm fine with. You know, maybe because they reused the same enemies, and that's, you know, that's fine. Alright, and yeah, it was just, you know, all those Monty holes. Alright. So, yeah, good level. I'm glad that I debunked, you know, as I said, maybe the foundation was similar, but the obstacles and everything were changing enough that I won't count it as a copy and paste. I know there were some levels in the past that, yeah, it's literally the same thing over and over. So, honestly, I know it's not any competition with the levels that we already have, but this was probably the best one so far. I love the aesthetics. Easter egg was pretty cute. The level looked nice. I think I said that already. And I always gotta commend a level, a vertical level that, you know, doesn't have the reverse blind jumps. And this level managed to do it, so I think I'm just being biased because, yeah, I really did like the aesthetics a lot, but the level itself, like, okay, there was slowdown in the beginning, which I know is pretty hard to avoid, especially in a vertical level. So, it's not top 10, but I could see it being up here somewhere. Honestly, there was Red Hot Ruckus, which was also a vertical level. I'm not saying it's 11th place, but because, okay, you know, take it with a grain of salt, maybe it was a little copy and paste, and maybe the creator, you know, moved a bunch of stuff around, but I still think, for the sake of the creator, that it wasn't copy and paste. But let's say it was. I don't know, this level felt really fleshed out. Like, it felt very solid. So, is it up here, is what I'm thinking. Because there's a lot of heavy hitters in my top 20 so far. My heart says yes, but no. It feels like it does deserve, but my heart's telling me not really, it goes down here. Like, okay, it's not below top 20 because it's better than all of these levels, absolutely. It's just a matter of how high do I want to put it. Honestly, I'm thinking 21st, because I don't think it's better than Lakitu's Castle. Oh, speaking of, yes, I did want to change some rankings around. So I'm going to do that now. So, one thing for sure is, unfortunately, From Hot to Cold is going to move down quite a lot. Because as much as I said at the time, the level, like, had both the quantity and quality, I can't really overlook the extra notes that I gave it. So it's gonna move down. Still in my top 10, but it's gonna move down there. I know there's another one I wanted to change a bit. Oh yeah, Aquamentus area is also gonna move down, I think. these two levels are better than it. Magma Cavern is not better. So that's another one. These two can stay where it is. Yeah, I think those were the two that, you know, when I said before stream I was looking at this, those were the two I did want to change. And I think that's all I wanted to change. Devious devices can probably go down more too. Honestly, yeah. I'll say straight up, screw this level. I'll put these three above it. This level just had that feeling that, you know, this level's more frustrating than fun. Alright. I think that's all I want to change for now. Down here it doesn't really matter. I mean, no offense. But... like, maybe Gritty Desert. I know yeah, you know what? I was being a little too harsh on it regarding the switch blocks. But now I think it deserves to go up. I'll put these two below it. Yeah. I know we literally just said frickin' Frosty Freeze was better, but... okay, Shivery Summon. So yes, I think it's top 20. I legit think it's 21st. I don't think it's better than these three. Yeah. Because, again, I'm taking with a very small grain of salt that maybe the level was a little copy and paste. Like, putting a close magnifying glass on it, questioning it a bit, but ultimately letting it through. So the aesthetics, 9. I was gonna give it higher, but the candles make no sense in an ice level. Actually, hold on. Was the level icy? I already forgot because I'm literally, like... the level was not icy. 8.5. Playability, I'll honestly give it 8.5. Just the aura of it. Yeah, just the aura of it felt, you know, lively. Alright, creativity. 7.5 just on that off chance. I'll even put here, maybe. With a bunch of question marks. Consistency, 10. And functionality, there was 1 or 2 close calls with the so-called reverse blind jump. So, 9.5. There was also chucks in this level, but I'll still give it a 10 in consistency. Alright. Again, I don't know how to feel about that level, but it's mostly, what's it called? Positive. Alright, Untitled Joyride by zKip. 61st place. They should have just left it as ice physics. They should have just left it as... I can't stand on those? Oh, yes, I can stand on these red ones. Alright, this sounds very anime-esque. Will that fire kill me, chat, if I stand on it? Cacti moment. Cacti moment. Ah! What's up with freaking ice levels having random flames to it? The flame kind of blends in with the background, must I say. Those do not hurt me. Woo! Oh. I'm jumping a lot in place because I'm paranoid. Right, this level... that's not cut off. They were very careful to not make it look like cut off. Oh my god, these are freaking recolored footballs, dude. Oh. What do we got? Somewhere. You never know, it might have been a what's wrong with those coins? They look upside down. Oh my god, those are custom blocks. I recognize them. Normally they, based on what it showed, they will send you to the left or right based on their direction. But I assume they're supposed to look like ice. Where am I going right now? Okay, I'll gladly take a midway, because where the fuck am I going? Bro! Was this not the pipe I entered before, chat? I did a whole ass section before a midway when I could have just, you know, walked 2 tiles forward and noticed that. Okay, that was the end of this section. That's why I went back in here. So what the hell was the point of that subsection? Oh, can you reach it without it? Yes, you can! I literally just said. Oh, this isn't solid. What? It's not gonna kill me. Oh my god. This level is being a little goofy right now. It's a whole lot of, you know, what the hell? I'm not gonna jump into the pit there. Coin. Coin. What's down here? Ah! Spikes. That's what's down here. Can I climb this? Yes. That is very weird looking vines. Oh, you know what those are? Those are the piranha plant stems. Honestly, well played. They look pretty nice. Nice like ice, baby! GG's. So, yeah, what was the point of the subsection? Again! Frickin' Frosty Freeze moment. At least Frosty Freeze... Which one's better? I was about to say, at least the Frosty Freeze one was better, but now I'm like, I don't know which one makes more sense. The forest one had the Yoshi coin in it. This one had enemies. I gotta check something. Hold on. If I didn't enter the pipe, was there anything to the right of me? Also, finally, not a short level. I mean, Shivery Summit was also not short. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, the subsection is a literally who moment. Ice World, Ice World. Alright, despite the subsection, the level was honestly pretty cool. It felt, I know it's called Vanilla Level Design Contest, but it felt very custom. And honestly, it was pretty cool. I will stop saying pun intended after saying cool and classic cold puns. But no, this level was fun. I don't know if I want to give it points for the subsection or deduct points. Because there really was no point to that subsection, right? There was no Yoshi coins, which is fine. Completely fine. I really don't. I don't know. This level is a giant question mark, you know. I feel like there's more to explore in that level than what meets the eye. That's all I'll say. Oh, you know what other level I wanted to move down? This level. These two are better than it. But I still gotta commend Twilight Lakeside. This level, by the way, was from the lowest ranked levels, by the way. And right now it's still sitting in my top 20. Alright. Untitled Joyride. It was fun. Felt very... not very custom, but felt custom. Honestly, why do I not feel like it's up here? I still think Shivery Summit was better, but all the evidence suggests this level was better. Because that's what I was thinking to myself. Do I deduct points because of that subsection? Or do I add points because it's more of a level? It's kind of like a secret exit, right? It's completely optional, so does it gain points or lose points? Normally for a secret exit, I gain points, or I give it more points because it's more gameplay. But this one, this subsection, which I'm treating as a secret exit, makes no sense. There's nothing in the subsection except enemies that will kill you. And if you completely skip the pipe, Midway's right there. I don't think it's top 20. I'm looking at all these levels and thinking, like, not really. It's still honestly a cool level, but honestly, right beside or below Desert Battlefront. As much as Desert Battlefront could have been frustrating, I thought about it more, chat. I thought about it more. So I'm really thinking right now. Because it's somewhere here. Somewhere right here, I think. Even though Brisk Baron was more fun. Fuck, dude. It's not down here. No way. Even though Handy Gardens was a more fun level as well. Because the aesthetics were nice. Remember, it's both aesthetics and gameplay. Mostly gameplay, but aesthetics too. And the aesthetics were pretty legit, right? I'll put it above Desert Battlefront, and I think that's it. I'm really debating between these two, because maybe... You know what, no, this is what I think. This is what I think right now. I think Baked Fish Cake is better than Wooden Welkin, and even Untitled Joyride is better than Wooden Welkin. I think I'm giving Wooden Welkin a bit too much credit. So Untitled Joyride gets 23rd, because the aesthetics... I don't know if it deserves an 8.5. You know what? Yes, it does. I think it does. Creativity... Honestly, they had a lot of, you know, you could walk through the ice, you could walk through the, couldn't stand on the flames. They should have done a bit more than that. No, 7.5. Consistency, a whole point, because... Up here. Subsection. Playability, 8. And functionality... Another point because of the subsection, because functionally speaking, it makes no sense. Alright, a lot of head scratchers. Frozen Passageway by Aquamentus. Okay, I think I'm gonna like this level. I do like this creator. 54th place. Whoa! Looks like we're in the frickin' sewers, dude. I can't... Okay. I was like, that awfully looks like... Oh my god, that fish is dead. Wait, I can't collect these... No! I was trying to collect the shell, even though it's frozen, Felix. But as I was saying, wait, I can't... I can walk on this frozen lava. Ah! Alright, this is, Is that a door I could go in? You know what this reminds me of? Back when I played Yoshi 64, or Yoshi Story, whatever it's called, that's what these things remind me of. You know, in those sewer levels, that you could, like, go through doors like this? That's what this reminds me of so far. Yeah! Nice. I hope I didn't just break the level doing that. Well, those hurt me. I gotta know. Ah, nice, dude. Nice like ice. Ah! I bet you that hurts me. I hate that. Why is that one color different? Oh! I was totally expecting to get hurt there. Warning! The water here is extremely cold. Stick around too long and you will freeze. Oh, the timer! Oh, shit. A frozen Mario, huh? Oh, the cutoff! Alright, this level is really cute so far. Also cutoff. Midway. You know what would propel this level even more? If somehow all this... okay. If all this stuff could unfreeze somehow. I think that's what would make this level even cooler. Hotter in this case? Okay, can this... Get out of here, dude. Sorry, I'm a little... Is this a maze? What's my goal here? Classic setup. Give me this Yoshi coin, bro. Thank you for your patronage. So I'm still thinking about that, that little secret area. That was really cute. Oh, seriously? What? I swear I was jumping there. This level is not making a whole lot of sense. Alright, and no, it's not. Does that one hurt me? Hell yeah, dude. Alright, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not being biased because it was an Aquamentus level, but I am not surprised because I remember liking Aquamentus levels a lot. And this is another case of it. Oh, we are climbing. Oh my god. Alright, that felt like a good test. But once again, I gotta replay the level and see what I missed. Oh, these are solid. Ooh! Ah, damn. That's actually a pretty spicy Yoshi gonna get. There's not a whole lot of leeway to collecting it and... Ooh, speaking of spikes. Ah! No! That was it! Those are insta-kill? Shit! That's all I gotta say about that shit. There, we collected a Yoshi coin. I mean, yeah, that's what I said. I couldn't escape from it, but... Like, damn! They had to be insta-kill? You know? It deflated my balloon when I stepped on that spike. Oh gosh. Okay. Once again, I know those things are janky, but I normally don't have bad experiences with them. At least compared to some other RNGs. Oh, I loaded this old save state. Okay, whatever. We're still back, chat. We're still back to this section. Alright, as I was saying, classic vertical section moment. That is what we call a pseudo blind jump. Or not pseudo blind jump, a reverse blind jump, chat. Where you can't see going up. Albeit I was going a bit too fast. Okay, well that was a blind jump. Oh my god, that was almost another case. This level's kind of showing... Fuck. This level's kind of showing its true colors, am I right? So give me a sec, sorry. Okay. Kinda forgot to leave chat open in case some lovely viewers stop by. But it's quiet. I don't know if that was a pixel clip I just saw, by the way. I'm not gonna count it. I don't think it was. I did see a stutter, though, which makes me think that was... All of a sudden, I'm really paranoid about these vertical sections. Oh, I got hit by the fireball. I was about to say, what hit me? And then I saw what hit me. I don't like how these bars are used as walls. Because that's from a ghost house? Finally, dude. Let me guess, to fit it? Nice cut off. Oh, there's another exit somewhere, I bet. Imagine if that killed me.
Orb.
GG's. Alright, that's a 2 for 1, chat. Death before exit and orb. And you know what? Fine. I'll put a pixel clip. Alright, gonna run it back real quick because we have a little bit of section to check out. But I guess all I did is we could talk about the level. So at first, I was like, yeah, this is probably top 10 because this level is really fun. There's cute gimmicks, there's cute scenarios. But then it kind of fell apart. Maybe call it a skill issue, but you know, there was pseudo blind jumps in the vertical section. And honestly, that was the only problem. Which, you know, okay, also, all this is new. But see, that's what I mean, you know, if I held the jump there all the way, then I was going to get hit by that shell. Alright, and that's all of it. So, like, yeah, that's what I mean, right? You know, if I did beat it and not have to worry about those vertical blind jumps, then I would have ranked this top 10. But because we've played it more, so you can bet your butt that, functionally speaking, it's probably not going to get a 10. But I mean, let's talk about the rest of the level. There was a lot of cute setups. I really liked the aesthetics in the level. Like I said, what really would have, you know, propelled it even further is if we somehow could melt all of the ice. But you know, that secret area was cool. You know, using the chucks to unlock some stuff, i.e. a Yoshi coin, was pretty cool. The only downside I gotta say about this level was the vertical parts, both in the first section and the second half. Could have been executed a little bit more, but other than that, that was a pretty baller level. So, where does it go? I think despite the problems, I do want to put it into my top 20. Because I think if I didn't, you know, realize the problems, which, you know, thank God I didn't, then I would have probably put it above Pleasant Forest. I'm not even kidding. But because of the problems, I think 16th. I really think 16th place. Because, yeah, I'm looking at all of these. Like, Untitled Joyride might have been better. No, it's literally 16th. I think it's better than all of these easily. Because, you know, the gameplay value had enough spice to it. And the secret was pretty well planned out. The aesthetics were nice, like ice, and honestly, yeah. And no, I'm not being biased because, as I just said, if I was biased, I would have put it in my top 10 still. But because of the problems with the vertical sections, yes, I'm going to drop it down a few placements. So the aesthetics, yeah, 9. I was thinking 8.5 or 9, but I really like the aesthetics. Creativity, 8.5? Yeah. Consistency, unfortunately, an 8, and functionality is 7 because of what I just said. And playability will even get an 8.5. I think this level was pretty cool. So classic Aquamentus, still killing it. Let's Snow My. We move on to Snow My Goodness by Freddy111. This person was in the best ranked levels world of VLDC 6. I don't remember what level they made, but you know what? Screw it. Let's just go find out right now. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. Throwing it back to VLDC 6 for a second, chat. That's twice in my VLDC 7 playthrough. Where was... Okay, Freddy got 5th or 6th. So kudos to you. Alright. Back to the proper playthrough. We got Snow My by Freddy111. 16th place. This is a huge jump from what's it called? Oh, you know, can I get up there? No freaking shot, right? Oh, I have another chance. Oh god, this is gonna be scuffed. I can't do it. I'm gonna die getting this, chat. I don't even care. It's the beginning of the level. Oh, it's possible. I got the bounce. Oh, I think I need a running start. Oh, what? How did I get that bounce? Oh. Also, I should know what music this is from, but I don't. I know we have 300 seconds. I already plan on restarting the level when we get this. Big if we get this. Yes! Oh, just a 1-up? I thought it was going to be a 3-up. Alright, let's play the level properly. This is for Mario Kart, isn't it? Oh, I think this is Snowland from Super Mario Kart, right? The GBA one. Which or Super Circuit, I think is what the GBA one is called. Oh, hey, coins! I was about to say, nice break. Again, no, it is. It is from Super Circuit. It has to be. Coping. No secrets. Even though we already had 2 of them. Whoa, 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 chill. Alright, midway. This level, you know, you could do a lot of goofy stuff with these note blocks and ice physics, and if you notice from the beginning, yes, they did. Alright. I know the strat. 1, 2, 3, and 4! Haha! I learned that from when I had a problematic level, I think in VLEC 11. I kept track of how they jump. It's too small, like first too small, and then a medium, and then a big jump, and then back to too small. Oh gosh, I almost fell there. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, don't touch the note blocks, they're gonna send you flying. That is what we call the all direction. Oh wait, hold on. The all direction note block. No That really happened. Guess who thought they were gonna bounce on the ninja there? Screw me, I guess. My jaw literally dropped, by the way. My mouth was agape. I was like, did that really just happen? Honestly, my fault, but also, like, damn. Alright. It's very, like, red velvet cakey level. That's what this looks like. Red fluff and white frosting. I for one really like red velvet, by the way. I thought I wouldn't until I had red velvet cookies. I was like, holy crap, these are actually legit. Alright. Did I die before the ending? Technically. Oh. Got it on its way down. 29. Alright, that level had the feeling that it was gonna be goofy, and it was. My only complaint is I wish there was more. I really do. And I think Ferretti could have done a lot more with said gimmick. Like, you could do a lot of crazy stuff with the ice physics and the note blocks. Absolutely. Also, I'm really curious, how are you supposed to get that one-up shroom at the beginning of the level? Do you legit have to do a shell jump to reach it? That'd be so based. Alright. Yeah, nothing necessarily wrong with this level. It was very vanilla. Kind of wish they did a bit more, and that felt like a Ferretti level. Again, based on their VLEC 6 level, I thought it was very basic, but it played, you know, top notch, and it was actually pretty fun, and that's what this level was. It looked simple, but it played pretty fun, and there was no problems with it. So with that said, is it in my top 20? Yes. Yes, it is. But where in my top 20? Because I'm trying to think of the negatives about this level. The level was not short, perfect length. The level had, you know, no copy and paste. The level had cute secrets. There's literally nothing wrong with this level. From what I'm understanding, it could legit go in my top 10, but I would be batting an eye if I did. I wanna check what Algid Ascent was. I'll be honest, I don't remember what that level was. Yeah, I totally remember where Algid Ascent was, chat. No, I don't. Where the fuck is it? Wasn't it here? There it is. Oh, this beautiful level. Yeah, Algid Ascent was seriously good. Oh, this is tough. So, I think the perfect comparison to Snow Mai is Rushed Ridge, where Snow Mai is, you know, very simple, but plays very fun. So, if I were to compare it to this level, I think Snow Mai is better, because I think Rushed Ridge was a little, like, a teensy tiny bit short, but also there was, you know, a little bit of problems with that. But I'm still thinking, like, does it go up here? Because, yeah, by all means, it could probably get 9th. But again, there's Algid Ascent, there's Zipline Adventure. These two levels are better, in my opinion. I think it's better than Stony Seaside. I'll put it there for sure. Maybe come time in the future, I'll put this a bit higher, but 14th place is still a very good choice. So, like, aesthetics, nothing, you know, too groundbreaking. And same with the creativity. Again, I really wish that Freddy 111 did a bit more with the ice physics and the no block physics. Because he could do so much more than what was showed. So consistency, 9.5 because of the death, yes. Playability absolutely gets an 8. And functionality, 10. You know what? I'll give you 10 in consistency. My fault. You know what? Consistency, 10, but functionality, no. That's what I'll do. I guess that's it. Yeah, it's just a very solid level. Nothing really to it. Alright, not really last level of the Ice World. We still have the Switch Palace after, but we got Floating Fish by Wuthering. I remember Wuthering as well. I don't remember what level they made. I'm not going to open VLDC 6 again to go check. But, Floating Fish, FF. Classic music. No shot I can enter that, right? Oh, this is a conveyor. Hello. Sorry, the conveyor's kind of... The conveyor and the frickin' ice physics are a little, what's the word? They're a little confusing to me. Oh, gosh. Alright, this level... Oh, gosh. Oh, that's a ceiling! Shoot! I assume these coins mean there's a power-up. Okay. I am appreciative of the fact... Whoa! I kind of... You know, I made a gimmick out of that, fire flower doing that, by the way. Ah! Sorry, that was a little spice. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. What's that supposed to be? I'm leaning in right now. In all honesty, it looks like cut off, but I know it's not. Whoa, this is funky looking. Is that actually lava or is that a red Slurpee? It's lava. Yes, I called it a red Slurpee. Because that's what it looks like, dude. Are you kidding me? No, this is... By the way, the freaking use of these Rivad fish are, you know, like, bravo. Because I would never think to do such a thing, but they are seriously working out. I'm scared, I don't know where the other one is! I should have paid attention to the Luigi coins. Reason why I did that, by the way, is I want to keep the Yoshi coins. But I'll take the L on the damage. I realized that after watching back some of my VODs. I'm like, you know what? Maybe when I load a save state, if I do take the L, I should get rid of my power-ups. I'm only doing it for the Yoshi coins. So, you know what? Good on me for finally realizing that. Yeah, I really like the aesthetics in here, by the way. It's very... Ah! It's very, like... Oh, gosh! Sorry. It's very scary is what I want to say, Lamau. Alright, back down to Earth. Yeah, this is such a classic song. Both in VLDC and just Super Mario as a whole. 24. Alright, that was... Once again, that was a legit level. Like, very legit level. And it moved up on its own. Okay, you know what? I was planning on doing it in Yellow Switch Palace, but I'm not good with usernames before I got to the ranking list, so let's do it. I think Not Good With Usernames got first place of VLEC 6, by the way. And also, I'm not ranking the Switch Palaces. I will say that for the future VLDCs, where the Switch Palaces are actually levels, I might rank them then. Keyword might. But like, it's, you know, it's obvious that I don't rank them. Ah, I really want the double yump. I'm gonna pop off when it happens, chat. Also, that is not yellow. That's kind of more brown, doesn't it? Unless I'm colorblind. Which I highly doubt it. Nope, those are yellow. Alright, double GG's. But anyway, floating fish was legit, like, fun. There was, you know, there was some stuff that, dare I say, I haven't seen before. At least not utilized the way they were. So you know what? Good shit, Wuthering. What are the downsides? Once again, I wish there was more. I really wish there was more in this level. It felt, you know, not very custom. It felt very simple, but with, you know, some dashes of quote-unquote custom stuff added in. So you know what? I was about to say, you know, which one's better? But the fact that this level had a gimmick, kind of utilized it, I legit think it's in my top 10. Like, I'm really trying to decide why it shouldn't be. Because, you know, there was some cute setups, and the only downside was I wish there was more. I think if there was even more, I would have really enjoyed this level. So, like, yeah, I'm honestly thinking 7th, you know? Because the subsection, aka the second half, was really cool. I really don't know what else to say. Fuck it, I'm just gonna give it 7th. It's a good level. Yeah, it's 7th. Like, come on, Felix. Is it any higher, though? No, it does not beat out any of these. Because the aesthetics 9, it looked like that subsection. I don't know how they managed to make it look like that, but it looked cool. Creativity 8.5, consistency 10, playability 8.5, and functionality 10. Like, I'm not trying to rush it, but the more I'm thinking, I don't know how to put it to words. It's, you know how I could put it to words? Because in past times, there were some levels that just had that certain aura to it that really, you know, just like mwah, you know? I think that's what this level hit that note. So, you know, good shit, Wuthering. Whew. Alright, you know what? Thank God for these last 3 levels, am I right? Because I said at first that the Ice Road was going to be pretty weak. Yeah, it started off weak, but you know what? It progressively got better. That's what I'll say. Because, like, you know, Winter Rap World, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just short. Brisk Barren felt more like a goddamn desert level. Prism Peaks, you know, I already said. The background. Frosty Freeze was short, and the subsection made no sense. And then, yeah, these, like, the first half bad, second half good. That's what I always say VLEC. Alright, top 3 favorites. Obviously could go to these 3. First, second, and third. And top 3 least favorite. Like, none of these levels were necessarily bad. There was just, you know, they just felt poor. I guess the bottom 3 can go to these 3. Because, don't get me wrong, Brisk Barren as a gameplay level was very fun. But I just hated the aesthetics. Alright, let's skedaddle. Let's get out of this sub-map music. Speaking of, we're kind of not cutting it close, but we're getting pretty close to finishing VLDC 7 already. I feel like I just started this playthrough, but if you notice in my ranking list, we're already at 60 out of 82, so we only have 22 levels to go. That's actually crazy. Alright. I think we only have one subsection of these three. Because, yeah, the bottom one was Ice World. This one's the Sky World. Okay, we have one more in this column. So, yeah, that means whatever this top one's gonna be, this pipe, and then the best ranked levels world. We're almost done this shit, damn. You know, I'm kind of speedrunning this. And we got the industrial world. Okay, that's what, you know, every VLDC with a custom world has. It always has the industrial world. Oh, there's a red switch. Alright, let's start. We got Castle of Chaos by Katerpie. That's a name I also recognize. 19th place. Whoa. Oh, they were lying about Castle of Chaos. The music already sounds chaotic. By the way, I just want to make sure, did I miss anything on the VLEC card yet? There hasn't been a collab, no moon, no auto scroller, no auto generator, surprisingly. We did not get a Yump. I misunderstood that as a pixel clip. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, there's my friend. I really should make a tier list on, you know, how I feel about some enemies and see, you know, how they rank. Maybe I'll do that as, you know, maybe like a follower goal or something. I shouldn't have went. Okay, at least we can still make that jump. Alright. I don't know where this custom music's from. But it's chaotic. Cape! Now we can fill out. Fill out the... You know, we could have a bingo by now if I wasn't freaking stupid. Oh, those... Okay, sorry, I was shook. I'm gonna go. I shouldn't have went. That's the Felix PTSD kicking in. Oh wait. Doi! Stupid. I was gonna say, how do you get that without frickin' jumping into a pit? I should not be rushing. Like, there's a reason why, as a kid, I did not like the World 6 castle of the original Super Mario World. These freaking stomping spikes scared the crap out of me as a kid. They're just so hard to deal with. I have trouble with them today too, or not today, just like present day. Alright, time to. Ah! Fuck! Did I not just say don't rush it, Felix? But I was scared about the frickin' timer of the frickin'... I'm so sad. Why did you jump through? It's all falling apart, Chad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad! Yeah, I got spooked by the brown coin eating block. I don't know what it's officially called. It's called something like that, trust. I did it again. Alright, this level is, you know, action-packed so far. This feels very... I'm not gonna necessarily use a term that, you know, you would expect out of a Nintendo level. If you did, though, this would be a very late game level. Because it's a little, you know, too heavy is the word I want to say. I don't actually know what the word I want to say is. But I remember that was always a common thing I would say about VLDC levels. Be like, yeah, this is something you would see out of... You know what a level you would see in a Nintendo level? That's Snow Mine. Absolutely you would see that in a, you know, in a current day Mario game. Absolutely. But I would always say that regarding... Oh, regarding some levels. Oh my... every time these things fall, dude, I can feel my heart freaking drop at the same time these goddamn things do. Alright, we're not at the section yet, but I'm not gonna be hasty. The level gives us 600 whole seconds. So I will take my sweet-ass time in this section. Oh gosh. Oh gosh! I would really love a midway right now. I'm so scared right now, chat. My palms are sweaty, thank you! Oh my god, my hands are sweaty. Okay. My jump got eaten like 3 times there. No, I don't even have to say, you can just see my input delay. That's why I added it. Because I always thought maybe, you know, I'm full of excuses, but then you would see... Then I added an input delay. Or not delay, sorry. An input overlay. You would probably notice me trying to jump and it just doesn't come out. Cute. Oh, does it activate over here too? Yeah, you know what? That's actually pretty awesome. That's a cute setup. Nothing? Just that brown block? Well, that's a load of baloney. Oh god. Get me out! Get me out! Oh my gosh. Okay, this level is chaotic, but it's chaotic in a fun and funny way. Oh, we're gonna start up again here. Oh, that... I knew it! Oh my god, I knew it. That is... I'm humbled. I am humbled. Oh gosh. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to go on the beam there. Again, they are technically janky. I don't think I should have went. Ooh! This level is spice, dude. Do I have to touch that? Yes, I do. I see the brown blocks up here. You know what this level is? It doesn't feel legit, but absolutely it does. Like, this level has the perfect amount of just difficulty. I think this level's top 10. Edited boss. They added these spikes. Does that count as an insta-kill? Oh, come on, dude. Alright, Final Fantasy music. Anyone would know this song. And I didn't even play a Final Fantasy game before. I think the closest I did was 10? I don't know, some DS and some Wii one. There's too many Final Fantasy games. Anyway, GG's, and you know what? Well frickin' done, creator. Normally with a level name called, you know, Castle of Chaos, you wouldn't expect it to be chaotic, but abso-freaking-lutely was this one. Like, holy shit. the perfect length. Like, it was long and difficult. That's what she said. Ayo! I legit think this is top 10. Like, there's... You know, it's a difficult level, but the whole level was difficult. So yeah, I legit think this is top 10 again. Like, okay, let's look at the rest of the levels. Because, no, yeah, absolutely, it's top 10. Maybe even up here? You know what this level reminds me of? This level reminds me of Spiny Logging Fort. That's what this level, Castle of Chaos, reminds me of. So I will admit that this level technically had more to give than Spiny Logging Fort, but Spiny Logging Fort... oh... Is it really up here, Felix? Like, it was completely vanilla. There was, like, nothing crazy. But despite that, they had some cool setups with the brown blocks. Top 3. I'm not even kidding. Top 3. Like, well freaking done. That's all I gotta say. And I'm not handing these out for free, because I was thinking, okay, Cortex Pyramid was, you know, super vanilla. It was nothing crazy. But that's what I mean about this level. That the difficulty was there. The creativity was there. The level length, okay, might have been a little daunting, but it felt seriously rewarding getting to the midway and the ending. Like, okay, maybe the downside I could say, maybe some sections were a little difficult, and maybe, just maybe the second half felt shorter than the first half, but I think that's because I didn't die in the second half. So yeah, I even thought this was number 2 above Shivery Smolder, but no. Because like the aesthetics, 7.5 is nothing crazy, but creativity, 9. Playability, 9. Consistency, 10. And functionality, honestly, 10. Like, because, yeah, as I said at first, maybe Spiny Logging Fort, in terms of aesthetics, Spiny Logging Fort did have the edge, but I think Castle of Chaos had more creativity than Spiny Logging Fort. Just the setups in Castle of Chaos was seriously like well fucking done. I'll say the bad word. Alright, moving on. Hopefully it just gets better from here. We got Reset Tower Reset Tower by GlitchMr. That's like, what am I trying to say? That name has an aura to it, just like Morsel and World Peace did. So we might have 2 banner levels back to back. Classic Super Mario World music. After entering the door, time will be lowered to half minute. Use reset doors in order to recover your time. I remember this level. I do remember this level. Yep. So already we got a gimmick. I remember really liking this level. So let's see if I remember it now. Sure, I'll collect those. It might kill me. Oh god. I was kidding. Oh my god. Alright, already you know it's well created, because some reset doors will just take you to the beginning of the room. Oh gosh. Oh, so you see the top part of the background? It's like a different colored blocks. Oh gosh. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Where's the reset door? Where's the bathroom? Okay. I'm okay. Oh. Alright, let's play the level again. Do I actually gotta go down there? I mean, I'm gonna check it out. Ah! Go! Okay. Oh, I could get another infinite power-up farm, by the way. Bitch. Oh, that is... like, oh, come on. Midway. Glad that didn't shoot me there. Alright, I remember this level because it has a gimmick, it's utilizing it very well, and I absolutely love this gimmick. Why did I do that? What was the point? The coins? Also, I don't know. Like, I think this song is just, you know, just from Super Mario World. Like, it was made specifically for Super Mario World. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm missing anything. Ah! Alright, just coins. Now, this level is, like, very fun already. You know, it'd been more fun if like in the late. Oh my god, this is timed as well. If you know a later half of this section would have been, Oh my god, this is timed as well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, go Felix. Okay, hurry up. Alright, GG's. Yeah, again, that is a seriously effing fun level. I remember it for good reasons, and it still held up. Dare I say it was more fun this time. Alright, top 10 again. The only downside is, like, maybe, you know, the other paths were supposed to be dead ends. And that makes sense, but there's also just coins. You know, put Yoshi coins, make it a proper incentive instead of just coins. And like, the other downside is there was just, you know, the same enemies over and over, and that's not necessarily a problem because, as you saw, there was some huge setups to go with them, but you could have done more. The level, I'm not gonna say was short because of the gimmick. Like, it gets a pass if it felt short, and honestly speaking, it didn't really feel short. But with a gimmick like that, you know, you could only do so much. And if you pushed, you know, if you pushed it a bit more, then this level would have felt, you know, difficult, right? So, like, it was seriously fun, but from a, I'm gonna play the card, which, again, I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but from a, you know, VLDC standpoint, it didn't feel very vanilla, you know? I still absolutely, like, love this level. Like, it was seriously fun. It was made by such a great creator, so it's, I'm not gonna put it in the top 10 because of that, but I will happily put it just outside of it somewhere. Would I even put it down here? I seriously like the level so much, and I know a lot of other people will as well. But from a vanilla standpoint, like, it had a great gimmick, but everything else was just normal. So because of that, it's gonna hurt me, but I'm really thinking it's down here. Am I seriously putting it at 19th? Let me think about it, because I was thinking, like, right here somewhere. But, you know, all of these felt vanilla. They had something great to them. I'm really sorry, but I'm thinking 19th. But, like, I'm gonna put 9.5 for creativity. Because, yeah, from a VLDC standpoint, you know, you can't really stick around and admire everything, right? Because the main gimmick is hurry the hell up, enter reset doors, and all of that. So, because like the aesthetic, 7.5, consistency 10. 9.5 or 10, Felix. What does this deserve? 10. It deserves it. It deserves it. Functionality also 10. I'll just put there. Because, like, yeah, you know, that's really my excuse. And it honestly, you know, I'm being completely biased. It sounds controversial. It sounds controversial with what I'm trying to explain, but that's really what I think. But I'm still giving it high marks because it deserves it. Because I was seriously thinking, like, easy top 10. I was gonna put it above, you know, okay, maybe not above Floating Fish, but above these three at 9th. But then I thought about it more, and yeah, I played the stupid, oh, it's not very VLDC friendly. So, you know what? I hate myself for saying that. But still, well done, GlitchMr. I'm gonna feel bad for the rest of these creators because we had 2 seriously effing banger levels to start this world. So we got Sheer Cold Chateau by FD Manuz OW Hacker. That is a hell of a name. 28th place. Whoa. This is... Did the timer start at 420? I gotta check. What was that death noise? I gotta hear it again. It did start at 420. What? Why is it so muffled like that? Okay. As I was saying, except for this creator already, these next few levels have, like, serious big shoes to fill. But, so, just based on that death noise, that was, like, how did they do it like that? Also, yes, the timer started at 420, because he didn't notice. Makes you wonder why this level wasn't in the ice world, huh? Oh, dang. Oh, by the way, this music fucking rocks. Are you kidding me? It sounds very... I know it's not Zelda, but it sounds very Zelda-like. Also, that was a fast midway. Okay, what else I was going to talk about is I get why GlitchMr's level was, you know, around mid-20th place, because I really wish I had access to the judge notes, but I wonder if the judges also thought the same thing, that, like, the gimmick is, you know, one of the best in VLDC 7 by far, but from, you know, a VLDC standpoint, it's not very VLDC friendly. And I know I said that for past levels too. And, like, don't get me wrong, those past levels, you know, level-wise may have not been as great, but we're living. So once again, Stompers! Okay, but so far, another... Do I actually have to spin jump off of these? No. Imagine if I did. I was totally ready to, dude. Alright, Felix PTSD moment. I'm glad I didn't commit. I lived! I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. How did I live that too? This run is blessed. I'm rushing. I deserve to die. I won't even be mad if I die. Oh. By the way, the midway already happened. Beyond this door lies the terror of the Chateau of Never-End Frost. Known as Cold Heart Lady, nobody left her room alive until now. Oh, big assumption. to believe in me. And the cold-hearted lady was Wendy. I'm not gonna reach that. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Felix, don't be stupid now. Alright, I'm gonna play it safe and just hang out in the middle. Okay, come on. I'm actually getting a little nervous. Okay. GG's. Yeah, I was a little stressed at the end, if you couldn't tell. I was like, oh, this is fine. It's like, wait a second, maybe not. Alright, once again, another great level, you know? Also, why is this level a ghost house? Like, brother, I think you got off the wrong step. Or on the wrong step. Like, not only are you supposed to be in the cold world, or ice world, duh, but you're supposed to be a fortress like everything else. Except the other ghost house. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna say this as a shitpost, but this has been the weakest of the three, but that's seriously not meaning much. Like, I just wanted to say it for the shitpost, but this level is also very great. The only downside I gotta say is the midway point was placed very poorly, because I got lucky that I beat it in the first try that I did, because there's a lot to go through in that second half. And like, yeah, this, not even, you know, the intermission room before the boss and the boss itself, but that whole, like, entire hall with the spiky rooms, the midway was placed well there, but they should have done it, you know, somewhere in the middle of that spiky room, I'll say it. Because how layer 2 works is, especially with those spikes, is, how do I put this in simple terms? So imagine the first 30 seconds, you might have noticed, the first 30 seconds of that room, the stomper spikes, you know, kind of hesitate and then smash down. So after those 30 seconds, there's about a 10-second break before you go into the second part of the stompers, where it does that, you know, small hesitation and then quickly stomps down. So after, you know, let's say 30 seconds of that, there's another 20-second break of just nothing. And then finally you have the final stompers, where you have noticed where it's just constantly stomping down, right? So what I mean by that is, in those 10 and 20-second breaks, they could have put the midway there, and I think that would have been a much better spot to put. So that's the only downside. Other than that, very fun icy level, had enough spice. I will say it's not as good as Castle of Chaos, but it felt like the little brother of the two. So honestly, does it go up here? Again, from a vanilla standpoint, it's pretty legit. There wasn't really any cute setups, but again, I'm only saying that because of the two first gargantuan levels of this world. But I still think it's a strong level. So the only downside is the midway, which I just explained for the past 3 minutes. So with that said, is it seriously in my top 20 again? Is it? It's not up here, Felix. Don't kid yourself. Maybe, right? There's also you know what? Frozen Passageway was better. Wait, no, it wasn't. What level was that? I already forget. It was Floating Fish that I was thinking of. This level might legit be top 12 to me. I'm looking at all of these down here, and they're not really comparable. Maybe even top 10, Felix. No, because of the midway. I don't think it's top 10 because of the midway. So, Algae Ascent was beautiful. Zipline Adventure was very vanilla. Snow Mai felt more friendly. That's what this level is. It's not very friendly because of the midway. So it's a matter of, like, where does it go in terms of not difficulty, but because I was thinking down here, but no. It really is in my top 20 somewhere. Because I'm not gonna say it didn't feel what's it called? What's the word I want to say? Like, the quality wasn't there, even though clearly it was. So what am I thinking? Maybe it is down here. I really don't know. Because it is better than Frozen Passageway. Reset Tower is not what's it called, comparable whatsoever. So it's just a matter of, you know, in terms of vanilla, where does it go in this pile? I think I want to put it underneath Snow Mai. Underneath Stony Seaside? Frick, I don't know, man. Because there's also From Hot to Cold. There's Red Hot Rockets. There's Zipline Adventure. Fuck, man. Okay, let's go one by one. So, Sheer Cold Chateau, better than Rushed Ridge, just based on gameplay and aesthetics. Stony Seaside, I think that's what I want to go with. I don't think it's better in terms of vanilla and in terms of fairness. I don't think it's better than all of these. I do think the gameplay is more fun, but just the fairness. That's what I'm saying. Man, there's too many good levels so far. We need to go back down to earth right now. Again, maybe come later on, just like I did with, you know, From Hot to Cold and all of that. Maybe this level will rise. Because the aesthetics, I really like the music. I thought it fit in. 8.5 even. Creativity 8. Consistency, that's where I'll drop a bit, because the difficulty curve is pretty unfair, I will say. Playability 9. And functionality, I think also 9.5. If you can't decide 10 or 9, just go in between. But yeah, I think gameplay deserves a 9. I think people will love the challenge of this level, and I did also. But from a casual play side, if I should even use that term, it's unfair. That's all I'll say for this level. It felt unfair. Alright, moving on. We got Frosted Flame Fort by Exor Knurd. Knurd? I wonder if the K is silent, so it's just Exor Knurd. Knurd? Exor Knurd. That's what I'm going with. Alright, Frosted Flakes Fort. 63rd place. Oh, that is loud. Alright, let me tell you, it doesn't feel very frosted so far. I think this is also a Super Mario World, like, you know, not staple, but it's completely custom, right? Also, why does this level get, you know, the icy fort icon, but not frickin' Sheer Cold Chateau? Can someone, like, okay, maybe the name? But, like, come on, man. Yes, I'm a little salty because of that. Not even salty. Get in there, Mario. Okay, now we got ice physics. Oh, gosh. Alright. Not really... You don't really see this layer 2 use that often. And kind of in a good way, because it's a little, what's it called? Just annoying. Am I safe here? Oh, spice, dude. Because that's what I mean, right? Right now we're kind of just waiting around for the most part. Oh, sorry, I get a little nervous. I don't know if I think I did want to press that. Why did I go? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. You think there'll be a Yoshi coin here? I'm gonna wait. Haha! Yes! Yes, sir! Alright, midway? Yes, sir! Alright, so far, pretty legit. Again! All these levels are freaking great in this world. And, like, I always say that, you know, or not always say, but I did say that, you know, these later VLDCs always have that industrial world to them. And the reason why I bring it up is, you know, they were always kind of just there. You know, it has a lot of, you know, forgettable levels, but as you can tell, in so far this world, at least this version of the industrial world has been fucking amazing, you know? Alright, got all the Yoshi coins. I know I said at the beginning of playthrough I wouldn't really bother with the Yoshi coins because they don't keep track, and that's still the case, but I will say that I'm doing a good job at collecting most of them still. Auto generator, and it's the worst one. You can tell in my voice I am not happy about it. And that's still true. This also 6 Yoshi coins. I'm not gonna go get it. I'm sorry. I hate this auto generator. Oh my god. Okay, at least it was short-lived. I had to fly really out there to dodge that frickin' thing, huh? Alright. Back into the castle we go. Orb? You lie. I wanna fly into it. Come on. There we go.
Orb.
Alright, I'm not gonna say the auto-generator ruined it for me, even though it was literally like 5 seconds, but the auto-generator ruined it for me. I just okay, yes, the first layer 2 room did have lava to it. But that was lava, that wasn't flame. Yes, I'm kind of, pun intended, flaming the level for its name. Yeah, I'm gonna give this level the Icy Castle, but not frickin' Shirkle Chateau. Like, sure, it was called Chateau, so make it a house, but yes, I'm I'm being salty all of a sudden. Well, this level was, like, the only downsides to me was the auto-generator and the layer 2 room, because, again, you don't see it really used often, and even I don't really use it, but I feel like that would be the main reason why, is because, what's it called, you know, you're just waiting around, you kind of have to guess, you know, when's a good time to hit the switch to go. Because you kind of saw with the falling platforms there, that's a really specific time when you have to hit the on and off switch. So, obviously this is the weakest of the 4 levels we played, but this is still, like, the other rooms were still pretty fun to play. And this level was pretty vanilla. So, again, it's not fair to rank this compared to the other first 3 levels. And I always have that problem where, you know, I play so many great levels, or like in this case, 3 really great levels into a, you know, back down to earth level. So where does this go? Like, yeah, the auto generator, you had to use the worst one, like, really. And overall, the outside part of the castle part felt pretty bland. Like, at this level, I think that's the problem with this level. It didn't feel bland, but thinking back at it, it was kind of starved for enemies. So, I think it's really hard. But I do know that it's probably down here. It's not a bad level whatsoever, but I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more it makes it sound like that this level is bad. It's not bad. You know what a bad level is? This freaking level. That's what a bad level is. So, yeah, I think it's down here. I'm trying to think why it wouldn't be, but you know, you have 2 pretty subpar rooms, so it's a matter of the other 2 rooms. Is it enough to propel it? It's really not, because those other 2 rooms were also pretty, you know, just whatever, right? Because that's another thing. This level didn't really have anything memorable to it, you know, other than the auto generator. And I just play the level. So, like, the level-wise, you know, it had spice to it, so I'll give it that, but even I think these 2 levels are better. Now, I was thinking summer up here, but I really think this level's down here. I feel bad, but yeah, I think it's down here. I'll put it above. Devious devices. I'll put it above Tri-Top Traverse. I really did not think this level was all the way down here, but I'm looking at all of these and, you know, I like them more than this level. It's not that I'm saying I hated this level, but I don't know. It just doesn't hold up with the rest, right? So the aesthetics, nothing special. 7. Creativity, I guess, a 7.5. Because the more I'm talking about it, yeah, now I'm making it sound like it was a poor level. Like, I guess fine, it was because of the 2 sections. And other than that, you know, there was just nothing to this level, but it's a normal level. Consistency, whole point out for the auto generator. Playability, 7.5. And functionality, 8.5 because, you know, 8 because of those 2 rooms. I do think those 2 rooms kind of bring this already just normal level down. Alright, how long have I been streaming for? I kind of want to do 1 level, get the red switch, and then go run back Gritty Desert, because I know that level... There's actually 2 levels I want to run back. So... Sure. You know what, no. What I'm gonna do, because we only have 5 levels to go and then a sub-area, I think I'm gonna... One more level. It makes sense to do this. So we got Peaceful Night by Everest, 42nd place. I also recognize this name. Ooh. Spooky. It's the remix of the castle theme. I like this one a lot too. Sounds much more ominous. Alright. Oh my god. That is a long oval. Yeah, because if you remember, Rexes and Koopas Was that pipe enterable? I tried it twice, but there wouldn't be coins there if I couldn't enter it. Hey, what was I saying? Yeah, so Gritty Desert, from not VLDC, stupid, from the Desert World, had a pipe that was locked behind a Switch Palace, and that's the Red Switch Palace. And also Rex's and Koopa's also had a pipe locked behind the Yellow Switch Palace. So that's why I want to do that, you know, now. Okay, it's not enterable. Those coins were a lie. Because I mean, you know, from a normal playthrough, it makes sense to lock it behind that. Also, that is a... like, really? I really wish I knew where I was going. Alright. Yeah, this VLDC, I don't know if the main gimmick is all the freaking switch blocks in all these levels, or how many short levels. Also, PP pipe. It's a funny shape. Alright. Oh, that block moves. Is this even gonna be worth it? No. Alright. Yeah, again, once we get into the later VLDCs, you notice that switch blocks as a whole are pretty uncommon, and the levels that do have them get penalized, which is why I'm not even gonna be able to get that. Which is why I always say that the judges brainwashed me, because that's how I always think is if it has switch blocks, then it already gets, you know, penalized because of it. Because yes, I'm gonna not go on a tyrant, but go on the long rant. But TLDR, switch blocks makes no sense in a competition hack. So there you go. Because, you know, in the original Super Mario World, you might notice in some sections that, like, yeah, it makes some sections easier / they lock secret exits behind them, because that means there's an incentive, which you can already see I can't go down there, and it's a moon. Well, don't cross that off of your bingo card, chat, because we did not collect it. Am I gonna replay the level to collect it once we get the Red Switch Palace? Probably not. Alright, and GG's. First try, by the way.
30.
You know what, I will go get that moon, so we could cross it off of our bingo card. Which, by the way, I noticed that we did not get a bingo yet, and we probably won't. Alright, Peaceful Night. It was very much not peaceful. This level didn't really have a whole lot going for it. There was some cute setups, but I actually think this is the weakest level that we played. I don't know, it felt solid, but why do you lock so much stuff behind the switch blocks, right? Because that's why I ranked, where is it? That's why I ranked Gritty Desert so low, because of all the Switch Palace blocks, which you'll see actually when we go run back after we get the Red Switch Palace. But I'm legit thinking Peaceful Night also goes down here, but not actually, because I think it's better than all of these. Because that's what this level felt. It actually felt, you know, the quality was there, but that was it. You know, it felt like a very solid level and nothing else. It's been a while since I said the 3 S's, but it has the 3 S's. Very solid, mid-solid, or meh-solid. This is a mid-solid level. It had enough spice, even though there could have been more. Shut up, SaveBot. And That's really it. You know, it doesn't feel like it has anything. Kind of like Frosted Flamethorn, which I thought was better, but I don't think Frosted Flamethorn had the quality that Peaceful Night does. So I don't think it's up here. Maybe, hold on. Because the aesthetics were nice. It felt like a Nintendo level, I'll say it. It felt like something you would see in a proper Mario level. Except with all the damn Switch blocks, even the original Super Mario World didn't have that many. So I'm gonna penalize it because of the amount of Switch blocks, I'll say it. So I think I'm gonna go with my original idea and put it down here. Better than Malicious Minds, not better than Stronger than Dirt. And that's really it. It's not necessarily a bad level, but it's just very mid, you know? Because the aesthetics 8, creativity 7.5. I was thinking an 8, but there's too many Switch blocks, I'll say it. Consistency 10, playability 7.5, and functionality 9 because of the Switch blocks. There's just like Gritty Desert. Too many Switch blocks. Sorry, Everest. Alright, up we go. The final Switch Palace. We got Red Switch Palace by yoshicookiezeus. This is the dude that got first place in 2 separate VLDCs, by the way. Let's see if we can do this properly. We're gonna end up dying if that's the case. Unless... No! We missed the last one. Oh, just kidding. We got the one up. Alright, this is my last chance to get a Yump on a Switch Palace block. No peer pressure. God, dude. And do absolutely nothing else. That's right. You know, I always thought as a kid, because you know how yellow blocks give you mushrooms, green blocks give you feathers? I always thought a red switch should give you a fire flower. It makes sense, doesn't it? But then, what does the blue block give you? Alright. Let's go get the moon. So that will be it for all the levels, because what I'm going to do now is there are 3 levels we have to run back. This being one of them. It was like, yeah, playing the level, you know, it feels, you know, that everything has a purpose in this level. Except this pipe. Screw this pipe and screw those coins. Because, yeah, look how many Switch blocks already. That was like 8 frickin' Switch blocks. Then and there. And even more here. Like, you lock coins behind them. Because if you think about it, sure, without the Switch blocks, this level would have, you know, been a bit more spicy, but I don't know. Maybe the ranking will change the more I play this level again. Oh, I got hit by that? Again? Because, yeah, you saw there. I'm not gonna collect that because once I get the moon, we are skedaddle-addling. Because, yeah, those Switch blocks just are unnecessary. What, I'm gonna fall on those frickin' spikes? I mean, knowing my dumbass, I probably will. Yeah, not really much else to say about this level. Just like, oh, this is different now because we have the red switch. Alright, get your bingo cards ready, chat. Boom! 3 up. There's our moon. Alright, so we got 2 other levels to run back. Because I am legit curious what's going to be in them, and you probably are too. So one of them was in the desert world. Was this it? No, but this is a world we need to go to. Here, I thought that the mountain world had, what's it called, like the strongest set of levels so far, but right now it's looking like the industrial world. Still can't believe Underway got 74th. Alright, this is one of the levels. Rexes and Koopas by Mercury Penny. Gotta find out what was in the yellow switch pipe, which you'll see right away because this level is very short. If you were here for the episode I played this, it literally took me 30 seconds to beat this level. Alright, this is the pipe. What do we got? Oh. Okay, this is different, you know? Oh. Was that really it? Yes. Oh my god. Alright, GG's. Secret exit yet. Is my ranking going to change because of that? Probably not. Let's see. It's not changing. Like, good for you, secret exit. I do like me some secret exits, but the rest of the level is still pretty butts. Alright, Desert World, I assume, is in this one. It is. Alright, Desert World also had a lot of fun levels. Alright, we need Gritty Desert by Glorious Water. That's the one we're also going to probably be playing the entirety of the level because I believe the pipe we are going to go through is at the end. And again, I did say that, you know, come playing these levels again, maybe my ranking will change based on this ranking. This level might be getting a little lower. Or lower rank. No, because I remember saying that, you know, come time we get the Switch Palaces and, you know, run back these levels, maybe, you know, the locked content that we now have access to, there might be, you know, new stuff to explore. Because as you saw in Rexes and Koopas, there was some new stuff. Alright, Yoshi. So honestly, playing this level again, I think this was one of the pipes, by the way. Sure was. I know there's another pipe to the right. Oh, hello, later too. I actually got Yoshi back there? Damn. I didn't think I would. But sure. Okay. That looks kind of 3D, doesn't it? That kind of looks cool. Oh, that doesn't look very friendly! Get out. Alright. And was that it? Buzzy Beetle? Nope. I do know to go into this pipe. Thank you, hero. Where's this gonna spit us out? Somewhere. Alright, so the more I think about it, the more I may have been a little too harsh on this level, because I remember it solely for the fact that, you know, there was a lot of stuff locked behind... Yo? Where did my Yoshi go? Here it is. Also, how did that Koopa get in there? Alright, what do we got in here? More layer 2. Yeah, honestly, I'm glad I'm replaying this level, because, you know, there's still its problems, but I seriously ranked it really low because of the Switch Palace blocks, but other than that, the level, you know, was pretty legit, so what the hell was I thinking? So unlike Rexes and Koopas, I will happily re-rank this. Alright, secret exit 2. Let's go.
18.
I remember feeling bad for ranking this low because Glorious Water, I think, is on the jump team. So I always think highly of them. So honestly, my bad. Anyway, that's all the levels I wanted to run back. So we're gonna re-rank... what's it called? Gritty Desert Dude. And be done with the stream. So, yeah, like... Sure, there's still its problems, i.e. the blind jumps and the switch blocks, but still, I will happily re-rank it. So instead of 50th, honestly, yeah, I'm ready to put it all the way up here. Because the 2 rooms... aka the 2 pipes that were locked behind the Red Switch Palace, had layer 2 and were fun to play while it was. So... there are still blind jumps. And that's really it, so... You know what, screw Felix 3 episodes ago, or however long ago. I will happily... put it above Parallel Pyramid. I think that's as high as I'm gonna go. I was thinking it could break into my top 30 somewhere, but there's still the blind jumps. So all the way up here. I'll put creativity up to 7.5, and that's really it. But still, 10 placement jump is pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, chat. I think that's it. I mean, just for the sake of it, even though I'm pretty sure we debunked it, I guess I'll go check out Nice Ice Adventure, but I still think that level's impossible because of, because we cannot get a feather in this level. We need a feather to continue playing the level. Alright, as you can see, the switch blocks are still inactive, so screw that level still. Alright. I gotta remember which pipe we were in. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight, chat. Next time will be probably the semi-finale because we only have 4 levels to go in this world, 1 more sub-area, and then the best ranked levels. So we're gonna be, again, unless we come across a problematic level, who knows? Either way, catch you next time, and peace out, chat.
Peace!